Welcome all of you. Myself, Dr. J.N. Kakade, Associate Professor in the Department of Physics, SHGM College, Kopargaon. I will give idea regarding the papers which we have to complete in FIVSC. So, we see the number of papers which we have to completed in the physics. So you have taken one of the subject physics, all of you. So there are 2 theory papers and 1 practical for semester first, and also for semester second you have to complete 2 theory and 1 practical. Now I am going to complete some of the terms, some of the chapters in your paper first, semester first, and the name of the paper is Mechanics and Properties of Matter. So this course carries 4 chapters. First is motion, second is work and energy, third is fluid mechanics, and fourth is properties of matter. Now we start first chapter, that is motion, and in today's lecture we complete the following terms. Our outline of today's lecture is introduction to the motion and types of motion. So there are different types of motion: translational motion, rotational motion, periodic motion, non-periodic motion. And again, translational motion is up to type rectilinear, curvilinear. So according to the dimension, again there are 3 types of motion: 1 dimensional, 2 dimensional, 3 dimensional. And according to the state of motion, there is a uniform and non-uniform motion. Now we take one by one. So first we see the introduction to the motion. So for this we consider some of the examples. So from these examples you get clear idea about the motion. So take first example, that is scooters, cars, buses, bicycles are moving on the roads. Means we have selected vehicles which traveling on the road. Now take second example, that is train moving on the railway track. Third is aeroplane flying in the air. Fourth one is ship which is moving on sea water, and last one is water flowing in the river. Now if from all these examples you clear one term, that as time passes all these objects, whether scooter, car, train, aeroplane, etc., they are changing their position with time. Means as time passes they changes its position, and when any object changes its position with time, it is said to be that object is in motion. Means when we say that object in motion, it changes its position with time. As time passes, its position does not remain constant. There is a change in position. Now there are some object which does not changes its position with time. Such object is said to be at rest. For example, book which is lying on the table, or duster which is lying on the table, means they does not changes its position. They remains on table as it is. Means from this discussion we say that there are 2 states. One is state of motion and another is state of rest. When we say that this is a state of motion, there is a change in position as time passes, and when there is no change in position as time passes, we say that this is a rest position, or object is said to be at rest. Now we see position changes means what changes. So the position of object in the space is specified with the help of three mutually perpendicular lines called as a coordinate. It will be two coordinate system or three coordinate system. Means in physics, position is always related with some coordinate system. Now if you consider three coordinate system, there will be three axes: x axis, y axis and z axis. And in this three coordinate system frame, if you consider that object has at position P, then it is specified by three coordinate x1, y1, z1. So as time passes, we say that this position changes. So this particle goes to the next particle or next position, say Q. So when it go to the P position, from P to Q position, its coordinate changes, means x2, y2 and z2. Means whenever there is a change in position, means we say that there is a change in coordinate. So when we say that there is a change in position, out of these three coordinates, if any one or any two or all coordinates changes, then we say that there is a change in position. Means as according to the physics, if any object, if any one coordinate or two coordinate of all coordinate of particle changes, we say that there is change in position. Means position changes means coordinate changes. Motion is of different types. First is translational motion. In this type of motion, all parts of the object moves the same distance in given time. For example, vehicle is moving on the road, bird flying in sky, or child going down a slide. So all these examples are example of translational motion in which all parts of the object move in same distance. Now second, this translational motion is again divided into two types. One is a rectilinear motion and another is curvilinear motion. So what is the difference between these two? So rectilinear motion is such motion when any object moving in straight line. Means when object moves in straight line, we say that it is in rectilinear motion. A car is moving on straight road, a train is moving on straight railway track. These are the example of rectilinear motion. Now second type of translational motion is curvilinear motion, that is when any object moves with curved path, it is said to be in curvilinear motion. For example, we take that a stone thrown up in the air, making some angle with horizontal, that is we call this as a projectile, or car taking turn on the road are the example of curvilinear motion. Now first is translational motion. It is classified into two, that is rectilinear and curvilinear, according to the path travel. In rectilinear it is straight line and in curvilinear it is curved path. Now second type of motion is rotational motion. When object moves about an axis and different parts of it moves by different distances in given interval of time, then it is said to be rotational motion. For example, we take a motion of fan. Fan consists of blades. So when fan rotates, blade rotates. Here the outer portion of the blade of the fan moves much more than portion closer to the center. So this is an example of rotational motion. Now third is periodic motion. If motion of the object repeat itself after equal interval of time, then such motion is called periodic motion. So for example, it's to and fro motion of pendulum, earth rotating about its axis, hands on clock, beds of rotating electric fans. Means in all these motions are repeated after equal interval of time. Now second is non-periodic, means if motion does not repeat itself by regular interval or motion which does not repeat itself is called non-periodic motion. So example is car moving on the road, bird gliding across the sky. So these are not repeating motion, so they are non-periodic. Again, according to the dimension of motion, can be classified into three types. First is one-dimensional motion. If the motion is along straight line, it is called one-dimensional motion. In such type of motion, only one coordinate out of three. There are three coordinates x, y, and z. So in such type of motion, only one coordinate out of three is required to specify the motion of the object in the space with respect to time. So for example, motion of the train along straight line, on railway track, a man walking on the straight road, a object falling freely under the gravity. So these are one-dimensional motion, one coordinate is necessary. Now second is two-dimensional motion. If the motion is along curved path in the plane, it is called two-dimensional motion. And in two-dimensional motion, we require two coordinates to specify the motion. Now third is three-dimensional motion. If particle is moving in the space, it is called three-dimensional motion. Here we require three coordinates to specify the motion. Now according to the state of motion, it can be again classified into two types, uniform and non-uniform. So what is meant by uniform motion? A body is said to be in state of uniform motion if it is travel equal distance in equal interval of time, then this is uniform motion. If the time distance graph is straight line, means if we plot the graph of time on one axis and distance on another axis, and if this is straight, then we say that motion is uniform. Now second is non-uniform motion. A body has non-uniform motion if it travel unequal distance in equal interval of time. For example, freely falling body, time and distance graph for such body is non-linear. So it is non-linear motion in a curved line. So in brief, we have seen all this. So we will meet in next lecture. Thank you for this. We will stop here.